Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Yeah, welcome back to 4 Kilobyte Shorts Bargain Bin with Zafehouse Diaries. Now, of course, as you can see by the title, Zafehouse Diaries Zombie Game. Oh my god, KB, zombies, oh my god. Alright, so, yeah, I know, right? Even Ron Gilbert recently posted on his Twitter. And for those of you who don't know who Ron Gilbert is, he made one of the first ever Ultimate Zombie games, believe it or not. His zombie game was Secret of Monkey Island, and his zombie happened to be LeChuck, the ghost pirate LeChuck. Not really a zombie; he was a ghost in Monkey Island 1, and then he was a zombie in Monkey Island 2. So, but anyway, even Ron Gilbert's like, I'm tired of zombies. Everyone's actually tired of zombies. Not to sound all hipster on you guys or anything, but honestly, I was into zombies before they were cool. I was into zombies like, back before Resident Evil, the game, not the movie, back before all that became a thing, back before zombie became synonymous with bacon, that kind of thing. So, when people are like, man, I'm tired of zombies, remember, it's not people who just like, oh my god, I'm tired of Call of Duty zombies. It's really people who are tired of zombies. But anyway, that part aside, I'm going to show you Zafehouse Diaries. Now, Zafehouse Diaries is not a zombie game in what you'd normally feel like. It's not a zombie game that you'd normally think was a zombie game. Um, it's more of a survivor management game. Yeah, you don't actually interact with the zombies. Well, you do. Let's go ahead and get in the game. We'll do a quick run through. These games can last anywhere from 20 minutes to several hours to probably several gameplays if you're really, really good. But Zafehouse Diaries is basically a roguelike where you manage survivors, and there's a very simple way to win and a lot of ways to lose. And the simple way to win is you have to be, depending on the way which game you play. So let's go ahead and hit start a new game. So we have two modes. Classic, last a week, so it's 5 days, with 5 survivors finding clues to help you get rescued. Now, in classic mode, you have one way to win. One survivor has to be alive at the location the chopper shows up with a radio and the frequency to contact the chopper. If you don't have a survivor, a radio, and the frequency, and you're not at the right location, any of those things go wrong, you're screwed. Um, this is actually kind of loud in my ears. I'm probably yelling at you guys. I do apologize. Roadkill, which I haven't played. I haven't played Roadkill yet. But it's basically repair a damaged vehicle and drive it to safety, scavenge parts by any means. Now, I've seen a diary, because we'll get to that part later, but I've seen a diary where someone played Roadkill. And basically you go and you collect parts for the car, and then you have to install the parts to the car. You don't just get them and you're done installing them. You actually have to tell people to install them, and they actually have to take time to install them. And then once that's done, you have to drive away, and you have to have a map. I think instead of a radio, you have to have a map to get out of the city. But we're going to go classic mode for this little playthrough. Let's go ahead and jump in classic. Oh, yeah, wait, start game. Let's go. Okay, what are you doing? Start game. There you go. I hope it didn't reset my recording. Okay, it doesn't look like it reset my recording. I hope it didn't. The loading screen didn't show my record stuff, and the game itself actually, when it does certain loading screens, like loading diaries, it actually closes the game and then reopens it, which of course crashes out my recordings, but it still is the same color, so I'm going to assume it's still recording. Actually, you know what? I can't do that. I can't assume. Let's go ahead and pause. I'm just going to pause for 1 second, you guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, that's fine. It actually didn't show the loading screen for you guys. That's why it vanished. It was just an overlay. So it's working just fine. So here's your main game screen. This is the whole of the game. Now, these aren't save points. These are bookmarks. That's it. They're bookmarks so you can bookmark certain parts of the journal. That's all they are. They're not save points. Now, the basic game is the text, some pictures, and the pictures get reused, so don't worry about that. And you can actually, we'll get into that in a minute. The pictures get reused. You have basically randomly selected stuff. And you have your other half of your game screen. So we're going to come back to this here in a minute. So here we go. 6 a.m. on July 9th. I believe the date is No. The date is not randomly selected. This is July 9th. So the date that you play is the date that you start. So this is today. Today is Tuesday, July 9th. So it goes by your calendar. It doesn't go by your time, though. It always starts at 6 a.m. And the game is run in increments of 1 hour. So every time you do something, it takes 1 hour to do it no matter what. Traveling is a little bit different. If you send someone somewhere really far away, it could take up to 3 hours, but they will travel a short distance every hour, so that kind of thing. So here we go. We have House 9, Fane Drive. I'm going to say that's Fane instead of Fine Drive, so it's Fane Drive. We made it. Among our fragile group, we have a firefighter, a mechanic, a cleaner, a carpenter, and a surgeon. These are all randomized, so you always have 5 people, but what they are is completely random. Once again, we'll get into that part later because I say completely random, and I'm just playing a normal, unmodded, unedited game, and you can do that. You can mod and edit your game. So we'll talk about that in, well, let's talk about that as once we get through the first page. I'll talk about that. So we arrived with a weapon, we have one weapon, a few tools, some food, and no medical supplies. The 5 of us are wary of each other. Frederick isn't adjusting well to the group, but Reginald might be able to hold everyone together. We found a note saying that a rescue operation was underway and a chopper will arrive soon, but we don't know where or when. We should scour the town to discover as much information as possible. Oh, usually they give me a clue. This time they're not giving me a clue, bastards. Oh, here it is. Yeah, an address was scrawled on the back of the note, 15 Fine Drive. It might be worth investigating. So in this case, 15 Fine Drive is right here. Possible rescue clue, add your own symbols and notes to locations by right-clicking on them. So this is a place we can get to. Now I've gone to the map screen twice now, but once again, before we do that, we're going to talk about customization. Now, each one of these is randomly selected: firefighter, mechanic, cleaner, carpenter, and surgeon. You can add your own if you want. You can add your own people. You can mod the game and add your own people. You can add your own location photographs. So if you want to do like your neighborhood, if you have pictures of your neighborhood, you can do that. Um, Along with that, this right here, tools, food, weapons, these are all randomly selected. You can't force that. You can't mod that into your game. You can mod who comes with you. You can actually say these people will always be in the game with me. So if you have like a best friend, or if you want to set up a game where you have, I don't know, your watchers get eaten by zombies, you know, if any of you LP or anything. Or if you want to do a live stream or something like that, and you know, if for any reason you want to turn this into like a group-based game, or if you want to make fun of somebody or something, you can put them in. One of the diaries I read had Dexter, House, one of the dudes, Horatio from, yeah, everyone knows who Horatio is, you know, sunglasses, all that thing, and one random dude, and they put all that together for a diary. So you can put in whoever you want. You can put in pictures of whoever you want, wherever you want. Pictures of places like this. Once again, with the people, you have names. These people are all randomly selected from basically a group of people inside the game. So we have Matthew P, Darren W, Tyler C, Reginald C, and Frederick B. Strangely enough, they're all male. Usually, last time I played, I got 2 females. And then we have our map. Now the map, once again, is also randomly generated. So actually, I started in this house, in a house like this in the last game. So this actually gives me a good place to start. So this house is here. The cop shop, the police station was right here. There was a store here, a house here. There was a bank down here. The hotel was actually where that hotel is. There was a warehouse here, the library here, and a bunch of houses and random stuff around. And so you have different buildings. You can read the manual, but they're pretty easy to figure out. So you have a police station. Haha. Anything without a symbol is not a special. They're called special locations. Special locations actually have more zombies than not. Yeah, they actually have more zombies than not. So you have, this is usually a mechanic shop of some kind, possibly a garage or a tool shop or where a factory. I think this is actually a factory. They refer to it in the manual as a factory, but basically you know what you'll find there. You'll most likely find tools. You have a warehouse. You'll find random things at a warehouse, usually tools, lots and lots of tools. You can actually hide out in a warehouse pretty well if you have enough food. Food is really the hard part. You have grocery stores here. You know, grocery stores they're not really grocery stores, they're more like bodegas, I guess. Or old town places, you know, little gas station in front, little aisles with all sorts of random crap in them, but never, there's no place where you just go and there's food there. So there might be food, there might be medical supplies, might be tools, depends on the type of store, but this is basically a general store. A school, a college apparently, a church, a library, a hotel, a restaurant. Restaurants are great for food. A bank. Banks are usually very, very, very secure, but no food, of course. A bar, and as I said before, the police station. So we have lots of random houses, um, police stations, things like that. Lots of zombies. Excuse me, lots of zombies. Stores, same thing. Houses, not so much. And this is actually kind of cool because we have a house down south of us. Now you're like, oh great, KB, what do? You take their symbols, you move them to different places, and yay, that's the game. Well, not exactly. Now we have to go to our people. Now our people are very important to us. So if we right-click our people, we get their name, their age, and what they are. Matthew, 23, firefighter. He's rested. Darren, 21, mechanic. Tyler, 26, cleaner. Reginald 22 Carpenter, and Frederick 24 Surgeon. Hey, that's great. These are all great guys. A carpenter can build stuff, and the cleaner can clean up dead bodies. And yes, you do have corpse counts. You have to clean up corpses. Mechanic can fix stuff. Firefighter can fight fires, and surgeon can heal people. This is actually a pretty good crew. Except we have a problem. Let's go ahead and click on one of our crew. So if we left click, we get to, wow, really, I got a good roll. Okay, so if we left click on people, we get to see their interactions. So the brighter, I think it's brighter and more solid the color in green, the more people like each other. The darker and the more shattered a color, like this red dotted line, the less they like each other. So Reginald is pretty tight with everybody except Frederick. Frederick absolutely does not like Darren, and Matthew P. and Tyler C. don't like each other either. Now these are important because if I put these two guys together on a task, because you can put everybody on one task if you feel like it. Not a great usage of resources, but you can do that. But the problem is these two guys will bitch at each other. And they may even break out into a fight. In one game, I had two people fight, and one of them broke the other guy's leg. So yeah, it's not like the whole slap fight like you see on TV or, oh, you never do anything around here. No, it's like I'm gonna pick up a baseball bat and break your head kind of fight, like super stressful fight. So yeah, I like how all this green is here though, because all this green being here is wonderful if I can get people lined up together. If they're tight enough, if they're like, yeah, I love this guy. They will actually heighten the group's likeness towards each other. So we have Frederick B. Gives you a short biography. Frederick the Bennett, the surgeon, age 24. Frederick was a surgeon. He is 24, gay, has a university education, and comes from a wealthy background. He is experienced and stable, investigative, and inquisitive, and is most useful, and this is really cool what they tell you here, most useful treating injuries, preparing a meal, creating a distraction, preparing a vehicle, well, repairing a vehicle, so if we were doing the vehicle section, he'd be great there, modifying items, and making traps. He claims he isn't racist, he just don't like the look of Darren. So he doesn't like, it's not that he don't like white folk. Excuse me. Actually, wait, who is Darren? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, sorry, I was thinking Reginald. I think this face was on Darren last time, so now the face has changed. So, yeah, he says he's not racist, but he doesn't like Darren. So, Darren was a mechanic. He's 21 straight, uneducated, and comes from a wealthy background. He is perceptive and focused, practical and realistic, and is most useful sniping zombies, watching for zombies, cleaning up corpses, patrolling outside, barricading entrances, repairing a vehicle, and searching the location. Great. Searching is wonderful. Searching is really great. He claims he isn't racist. He just don't like the look of Frederick. So we got a lot of people who aren't racist. Like these two just don't like each other straight up. They're like, we don't like each other. Let's check out Tyler and Matthew P. And we'll get out of this screen and go explore the rest of the game because now that I know how they kind of work together, I just have to monitor that in my head. So Tyler was a cleaner. He is 26, straight, uneducated, and comes from a middle-class background. He is fit and strong, practical and realistic, but is not especially useful at anything. Ouch. He has a lingering prejudice toward the poor, so he doesn't like poor people. I'm pretty sure Matthew's probably poor. Matthew is a firefighter. He is 23 straight, has a high school education, and comes from a poor background, so that's why these two don't like each other. He is experienced and stable, practical and realistic, and is most useful sniping zombies, treating injuries, preparing a meal, watching for zombies, cleaning up corpses, patrolling outside, creating a distraction, modifying items, and searching the location. He claims he isn't racist, he just doesn't like the look of Tyler. So these two don't like each other, these two don't like each other, and Ronald's pretty okay with everybody. That's great because I think if I put Matthew and Darren together, yeah, Matthew and Darren are basically the same guy. Like, not really, but they have a lot of the same skills. So Matthew and Darren are great. And I just got to keep everyone who hates each other away from each other. So here's our house. Here's where we are. This is where we are. Now, you don't have to be in one place. You can split your crew up. And they actually tell you if two people aren't getting along, send one to another safe house. Just split up the group, send them to another safe house, and boom, that'll help out. So you have to really manage your people's get along, I guess. So we have a house. It's unsecured. And I don't really understand this report. I read the manual. It's an online manual. I've read the manual. I don't get the report. 12 unsecured. I don't know what I actually don't know what this number means. So we have 53 furniture we can break up into barricades. We are unsecured. We are 0 secured. We have 0 15 traps we can set, and we have 0 barricades. Now you can go from unsecured, secured, and fortified, and it can actually go up to like fortress. Like I think it can even be like yeah, it's hard to get to fortified. I'm not sure how to get to fortified. Now searched, and I'm not sure why they let me click on that, but they don't. Searched is how much of the house has been searched, only 44% of the house. Now by searching the house, you can find zombies, you can find tools, you can find all sorts of random crap, which is great. There are 0 zombies inside the house, which is wonderful, and there are 0 corpses. Now if you raid a place, or if zombies bust in and you kill a zombie inside, you're going to get corpses. And you have to clean up the corpses or bad things can happen. Also cleaning up corpses usually gives you cool stuff like ammunition. So Matthew, Darren, Tyler, Reginald, and Frederick are all idle. Now we have our orders. Now everything down to snipe a zombie is lit up. Now, snipe a zombie means we have a gun, and the gun has ammo. That will be grayed out if we don't. Treat an injured survivor only works if you have an injured survivor. Rest only works if you're in a hotel. Now, the reason that is if you let people idle out, and I had to learn this the hard way, so a little bit of tutorial for everybody. People have to be idle to rest, and they will choose to rest. So you can run them ragged for days until they're so tired they can't see straight. You can just keep them doing stuff and doing stuff and doing stuff, and they will, but they'll start screwing it up. So what you do is you just don't tell them to do anything, and they'll do whatever they want. They'll do their own thing. And sometimes if they're tired enough, they'll just rest. And so yeah, you can't tell them to rest unless you're in a hotel. That's the only time you can order them to rest. Prepare a meal. Well, we don't have any components for a meal. We can't leave town. It requires a repaired vehicle, a map, and at least one survivor at the location. Um, did we do repair a vehicle? I don't think we did. No, there's a chopper coming. So apparently we can repair a vehicle and leave town if we can find a vehicle. Don't think we can. Clean up corpses. Need a corpse. Hold a feast. Requires one large meal and all survivors at the same location between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. And then repair a vehicle, of course, requires a vehicle in need of repair and at least one repaired part. So there you go. Now we check out our supplies, and this is what we started with. We have a handgun, 7 9mm rounds. We have a flashlight, no medicine, 2 cooking ingredients, and 3 snacks. So we have a little bit of food. So that's basically where you start the game. You have your randomly generated map, you have your randomly generated supplies, your forcibly generated if you modded your game, which I can't show you that right now, but it is an option to mod your game, believe me, or your randomly generated crew if you want to go that way. So let's go ahead and give them some orders. Now, who's good at watching zombies again? We need someone who's good at watching zombies. Watching for zombies. So, oh wait, we wanted Matthew and Darren to work together, didn't we? Yeah. So who else is good at watching zombies? Not useful. Is most useful barricading entrances and making traps. Oh, good, Reginald. That's great. Now, Reginald can work together with Tyler, and I think Frederick. Yeah, Frederick's not really great at anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually have for barricading entrances. So here's your stars. The stars will actually tell you who's really good at doing stuff, which is great. So it looks like Reginald and Darren are really good at barricading, but we're going to have Reginald do it. Now, once you select an option, sometimes you have this option. Don't always choose whatever option they give you. This is just the default. You have more. Quickly and loudly means just bang up walls, break furniture, close doors, close windows. Survivors will always barricade doors and then windows. And this is quickly and loudly, of course, you're doing it loud. And then slowly and quietly, of course, you're doing it more slowly, but you're not making as much noise, which means zombies won't be attracted. So this is a very strategic idea. Since this is just a quick, I don't know how quick it's going to be since I just went through all that just to get here. We're going to do quick and loud, even though it's just Reginald. Patrol outside and report back. This is kind of dangerous because, people can get attacked. Watch for zombies. Okay, Frederick's going to watch for zombies. He's not really great at it, unfortunately, and that can actually backfire in many ways. If he's not great at it, but somebody else is, they actually might make snide remarks at him and piss him off and be like, man, you suck at looking for zombies, screw you, and whatnot. And people will be like, well, dude, you're a dick, screw you, I hate you. So yeah, you have to be actually like super careful about that. But we're gonna have him watch for zombies because until things are barricaded, zombies may come in, and this gives you a huge advantage if they see the zombies before they get through the door. All right. Modify items to create distraction. We don't want to create a distraction or noise. We do want to search the location. So we're actually going to have Darren and Matthew. And this gives you... See, he's not as friendly with Matthew as he is with Tyler, but Matthew's actually better at searching. So Darren and Matthew. And once again, we can have them search for all sorts of things. Anything useful, weapons, medical supplies, food, and tools. Anything useful is basically whatever they can find. Whatever randomly generated item they can find. Weapons and ammo gives a boost to this, boost, 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 but then of course it detracts from the rest. So if you say I want guns, you're not probably going to not find any food. Anything useful is always good to start with in your first house. We don't need anyone to modify anything. Let's see, barricade entrances. I guess we have Tyler left. Tyler's not very good at it, but him and Reginald get along okay, and I can't really think of anything else for him to do except to search or make traps. So we don't really want to make traps, I think. Well, we probably can. I guess we can. Yeah, we'll have Tyler. Can you? No, Tyler, you suck at making traps. You're not making traps. So you're going to help Reggie. So this is what we're going to start with. Now, just so you know, you can't really see it because all of our icons are in the way. But if you see these dotted lines mean that the location is not secured. When you get a location secured, that line will turn black, which is great. Like I said, you can't see it with all the icons in the way. Now that we've told our people what we want them to do, we go back to our diary screen, and we have our little watch down here, and we just click on the face of our watch. And then we get some sounds. Ooh. So we found something. House 9 Fine Drive. The only window available will be 1500. Darren found a note pinned to the door. It contains information about a rescue operation. He tore out the relevant details. Darren, Frederick, Matthew, Tyler, and Reginald are getting along better after the discovery. So everyone in the house, because we found this note on the door, just instantly like each other. Like, dude, we found information. This is awesome. So they instantly like each other. No matter what their differences, they're feeling better about themselves. Darren and Matthew found 12 9mm rounds, so we got some more bullets for our gun. A crowbar, which is great for breaching things. A dumbbell, that's more of a passive use item. A pair of pliers, a screwdriver, a spanner, a sponge, and a wrench in the basement. So they found lots of tools, which is great. Darren notes there are 2 showers in the house. That's wonderful too, because people can actually piss on each other by like piss off each other. Well, you know what I mean. They can they can be assholes. They can go and they can take a shower, like jump into the shower, like I'm jumping in the shower, and then like screw everybody else. So 2 showers in the house is actually a little bit better than what there normally are, which is just one. Darren says a quarter of the rooms have now been searched. Reginald and Tyler broke a bed into 4 wooden barricades and secured a door leading to the living room. All right, great. So they secured a door. I don't know how many doors there are. In order to investigate a place, you actually have to leave and then come back, or like go to a place and then investigate when you come back, and it's kind of pointless to do that. So now we're at 44% still. I'm going to leave these guys now. If you notice, everyone's still in their same place. I'm going to actually leave these guys where they are. But look at that, super green, brown instead of red, yellow. See, they made a discovery, and bam, they're awesome together. All right, so we're going to leave them there. We're going to run that again. So 8 a.m. So it's only been 2 hours now. House 9, Fine Drive. That's where we are, of course. That's what it always will say. Frederick and Matthew took some time out to trade fighting techniques. They're both feeling more capable and confident. Matthew and Darren found 7 quarrels in the basement. Now, for those of you who don't know, a quarrel is for a bow and arrow. Have never found a bow and arrow, so they're kind of pointless right now, but it's a very silent weapon. Matthew and Darren found 3 cooking ingredients, a snack, and a sponge in the kitchen. Reginald and Tyler broke a bed into 1 metal barricade. That's great. Let's check our map. I'm not seeing any zombies, which is good, but then again, we only have Frederick on zombie spotting. Are you still on zombie spotting? Where are you? Spot zombies, buddy. Where are you? I know it's here. Yeah, Frederick's on watch for zombies. So yeah, he's watching for zombies, but since he sucks at it, he may not see any, or there may not be any yet. Ooh, hello. Matthew and Darren found a cooking ingredient in the kitchen. Matthew and Darren found a snack in the kitchen and a can of gasoline, a chess set, and a deck of playing cards in the living room. Reginald and Tyler broke a bed in 2 wooden barricades. They secured 3 entrances. Great. So they're securing more entrances. This picture is random. This is not super important. I got a picture once for finding painkillers. So it's not a super important picture. We'll take a quick look. Now we're making noise and there's a zombie. And so that's how zombies appear on your map. They're just little X's. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to slowly and quietly to try to reduce the noise in the house. Now, if you have a really good watcher on board, what they'll do is they'll actually report much more than normal. So this guy's just like, oh, there's a zombie. You see, you put a little X on your map. Sometimes they'll be like, dude, you're making too much noise. The zombies are coming. Or they'll be like, hey, there's a huge horde like approaching and crap like that. So they'll give you more details. So we're slowing down a little bit. Frederick reported that the house is surrounded by a small number of zombies. He added that the noise level at the house is low. Hopefully zombies won't be interested, see? Reginald and Tyler secured a window leading to the first bathroom. So this is going to be a little bit slow for now, as we're just basically stealing everything in the house. Darren and Matthew found a snack in the living room. Almost all rooms in the house have now been searched. Reginald and Tyler broke a refrigerator into 6 metal and 2 plastic barricades. They secured a window leading to the living room. So I don't know how many windows this place has, but since they're fixing windows, that's helpful. Uh-oh, painkillers. We found some painkillers. Darren and Matthew found a bar of soap and 2 packets of painkillers in the first bathroom. Matthew found 2 packets of painkillers in the second bathroom. Wow, somebody here is a dope fiend. All rooms in the house have now been searched. Reginald and Tyler secured a window leading to the living room. So, now we're 100% searched. We're still unsecured, so we have 5 unsecured, 7 secured, and 6 barricades. So let's see. Who do we have? We have Reginald and Tyler. Oh, no, I want Reginald and Tyler. Yeah, Reginald and Tyler working on barricading. Actually, I think Darren and Matthew suck at that. Let's see. Darren's good at spotting, and Frederick's okay at making traps. Now, you can make regular traps or experimental traps, but the manual tells you regular traps just do a little bit of damage. Experimental traps may do a lot more, but experimental traps may also explode in your face, so be careful with that. We're also going to do our first spotter. We're going to take Frederick, because he's not very good at anything. And the way you move around is you just drag your little token to wherever you want them to move. The farther you go, the longer it takes, and they have to get there and come back. They don't just like magically appear. But there's a house directly south of us, and it's always good to have a place to check out. Now, once I move south of us, yeah, that's where I put some. We have our little thing here. So we have investigate the house at 22 Fine Drive. Now you have several options. You have investigate. Frederick will approach the house, count zombies and entrances and report back. Breach, Frederick will occupy the house, killing any zombies that get in the way. Or assault, Frederick will attack zombies in and around the house without entering before heading back. Assault is great if you have a large number of people and a hefty set of weapons. The problem is assault is programmed to work a certain way, and it's kind of wasteful if you don't have like shooty gun bang weapons, because they'll kill things on the outside and then they'll shoot things through the window, but if you don't have any guns on hand or any ammo on hand, they won't shoot through a window, so they'll just kill everything outside, leave, and then when you go back there's more stuff outside, so it's very wasteful unless you have a gun on you. Breach is never a good idea if you're by yourself. I had a guy do that once. I think it was actually this guy's face, Darren. This is Darren from the last game. Tried to breach a house and he vanished and we never heard from him again. So we're not sure what happened there. And then so what you really want is you really want an investigation. Now I'm not going to let him take any of our weapons with him. So we're not going to deal with that. We're just going to actually leave him without any weapons because we're just going to have him run over there really quick and then come back. And now he'll tell us what's over there, which is really great. I think there's a little bit of sound there, or either that or it's my neighbors. So let's go ahead and hit our timer. It's now 1 p.m. So house at 22 Fine Drive. The house at 22 Fine Drive is a small building with around 8 rooms. It has 3 doors and 9 windows leading in from the outside. Frederick scouted around the perimeter of the house. He counted 0 zombies outside. He peered through windows but did not see any zombies inside. Now that doesn't mean it's clear. It just means he didn't see any. Frederick returned from his recon of the house at 22 Fine Drive. Tyler and Darren have been getting along so well that everyone at the house is feeling closer. I love that. So everyone was really stoked to begin with. We found that note, which helped now that these two are getting along so well that basically everyone's feeling super happy. And as long as no one's a really super big dick to each other, it should last for a while. Matthew tried to play a game of chess, but no one else was interested. He is annoyed at Frederick, Reginald, Tyler, and Darren. So see, yeah, Matthew was like, I want to play a game of chess. And I was like, dude, we're busy. He's like, well, screw you. I hate you. Reginald and Tyler secured a window leading to the kitchen. So we have 22 Fine Drive. Now it said how many windows? 3 doors and 9 windows. That's actually a pretty hefty house. But what that means we can do is we can assault the house. And in order to assault the house, we're still unsecured. Yeah, we're still unsecured. Who would be the best to send? I guess we could send... Yeah, we're going to send Darren, Tyler, and Reginald. They're the best, and Frederick and Matthew are getting along pretty well. So what we'll do is we will go... Reginald. I need Darren. And who did I say? Matthew? Or Tyler? I think it was Tyler. Yeah, Tyler. So those 3 are going to go, and what we're going to do is we're going to tell them to breach. Now, in order to breach a house, you have to give them stuff to breach with. So what we're going to do is we're going to give them a handgun. We're going to give them... say 10 rounds of ammunition, and we're also going to give them, believe it or not, we're going to give them a crowbar, and I think we'll give them a flashlight. Now, believe it or not, this is all very useful stuff. Crowbar can be a weapon, as you can see, barricading 2 stars, searching 2 stars, demolition 2, engineering, quietness, close combat, assault. So it's a pretty standard weapon. It can help out in any of those situations. Now, if I tell someone to barricade, they may pick up the crowbar. I don't tell them to pick up the crowbar; they just do, and it gives them help on barricading. So with flashlight, spotting 1 star, searching gives an extra. Hey, look at that! For searching, it gives them like 5 stars for searching. Super quiet, not very good at close combat or assault, but it'll really help them out if they have to search the house. So I'm going to send them a flashlight and a crowbar. I'm going to send them a handgun, of course. It's not very quiet, but it'll help them kill things. I can also save this loadout, so we're going to save the loadout. And if you notice, take to the house, weight 4.5 out of 15. So all 3 of these guys can carry a total weight of 15. So if I find a bunch of crap there, and I want to bring it back to this house, I have to choose what to bring. Yeah. Alright, so they want to breach the house. I don't think Frederick's doing anything now. Frederick, yeah, you're not doing anything. Make regular traps. Let's see. Matthew, you're okay at barricading, slowly and quietly. So while they're out doing their thing, these guys are going to go ahead and barricade and do their thing as well. No one's watching for zombies, but we're not making a lot of noise. You really only have to watch for zombies if you just breached a location, because you just made a crap ton of noise. And then you have one guy like watch for stuff, and they have the other guy search. That's really how I do it. Ooh, zombies. Reginald, Tyler, and Darren approached the house with the intention of breaking in. It was an easy place to get access to, so they didn't have to spend much time finding a way inside. They headed to a small second-story window leading to the second bathroom. While the crowbar didn't help much with breaking in, it made life easier. Okay. There were no zombies inside the second bathroom. The whole location is silent. It doesn't look like there are any zombies outside the house. Tyler ate a snack. So look at that. This whole house is basically empty. And then Frederick ate a snack. So yeah, at 22 Fine Drive, Tyler ate a snack, and Frederick ate a snack over at 9 Fine Drive. A barricade blocking the main bedroom was attacked, but it held firm. Matthew secured a window leading to the living room. So Matthew's going to continue doing his thing. Now, once we're in the house, since there's no zombies, what will usually happen if there's zombies in the house, this place becomes unusable. You can't actually order them to do anything until all the zombies are dead. But since there's no zombies, basically we got lucky. So what we do is we click here, and now we have orders here. So this place is of course unsecured, 38% search, no zombies, no corpses, which is great. Now what we want to do is we want somebody to watch for zombies. That's going to be Tyler. He's not great at it, but he's going to watch for zombies, I think. Now we're going to actually have search the location is going to be Darren and Reginald, and they're both going to search the location while Tyler watches for zombies, and that's really how I run a loop to another house. So let's go ahead and go to 2. Hey, look at that! House at 22 Fine Drive. Darren and Tyler have been getting along so well that everyone at the house is feeling closer. Evac date Saturday, July 13th, but we don't know the time and place. That's awesome! Look at that. So we have Saturday, July 13th at 1500, but we don't know where, and we don't have a radio or the frequency. Darren found a note pinned to the door. It contains information about a rescue operation. He tore out the relevant details. Tyler, Darren, and Reginald are getting along better after the discovery. Darren and Reginald found a crowbar, a flashlight, a hammer, and a screwdriver in the garage. Darren and Reginald found a pair of pliers in the garage and a flashlight and a spanner in the basement. Looks like this place is full of tools as well. Darren notes there is only one shower at the house. That's not good. Darren says half the rooms have now been searched. Pardon me. Matthew ate a snack. A guillotine and a cage trap has been set in the living room. It deals a high amount of damage and will make a zombie immobile. It can strike 4 targets at once. Matthew secured a window leading to the third bedroom. So they're still securing the house over here. That's just what they're doing. They're not really making any noise. Looks like there's a zombie outside at some point. We're still unsecured. Getting closer to secured, which is great. We have one trap, which is helpful. The zombie outside the house here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have... Nope, Tyler's still watching for zombies. So these guys are going to keep searching because it's 50% searched. We're probably not going to turn this into any kind of a barricaded location because we don't need to. I mean, we're right next door. It's not going to really help us that much. So let's just go ahead and continue our run. A guillotine and cage trap has been set in the living room. Yep, so we got another trap. Matthew secured a window leading to the second bathroom. Okay, Reginald ate a snack. Darren and Reginald found 8 9mm rounds, a hammer, and a screwdriver in the basement. Darren and Reginald found 2 cooking ingredients and 2 snacks. That's what I'm looking for. I should really tell them to look for more food. So let's go ahead and change that from anything useful to food and ingredients because that's what we need more than anything. Frederick and Matthew took some time out to trade fighting techniques. They're both feeling more capable and confident. Great. Frederick had a snack, a spike and cage trap. Yep, a guillotine cage trap. Damn. Matthew tried unsuccessfully to break furniture down into barricades. Oops. Darren ate a snack. Darren and Reginald found a snack in the kitchen and a deck of playing cards and a snack in the living room. Found a bottle of spirits and a snack in the living room and a bandage and 2 packets of painkillers in the second bathroom. Darren says almost all rooms have now been searched. Okay. We'll do one more and that should search all the rooms. While Frederick was making traps, Matthew made snide remarks about his work. Yeah, see, that happens. Matthew tried unsuccessfully to break furniture down the barricades. I may have to fix that. Tyler and Darren have been getting along so well that everyone in the house is feeling closer. Darren found a bandage in the second bathroom. It's getting dark outside. We'll need to be more vigilant. All rooms in the house have now been searched. Tyler reported that the house is surrounded by a small number of zombies. He added that the noise level at the house is low. Hopefully the zombies won't be interested. So we're getting zombies around the house here. Yes, but what we're going to do now is we're actually going to head back. We're done. All the rooms have been searched. We're just going to jack everything we can. The thing here is if you do this... we don't want to investigate. Yeah, we don't want to investigate. We want to breach. And strangely enough, you actually have to say breach, but it's not breaching. It just means enter the location. So we want to take all of our 9mm rounds back. We absolutely want the baseball bat and the handgun. We're going to skip the brass knuckles. We want bar of soap, bottle of spirits. We at least want 1 crowbar. Deck of playing cards, 1 flashlight. Frying pan is good. Hammer. Pair of pliers, saucepan, screwdriver, spanner, sponge, spanner. Oh wait, we need our cooking supplies. Yeah. Yeah, okay. 2 bandages. Yeah, we're almost there. And 1 packet of painkillers. So that's about all we can take from this place. Now we can leave and come back, but when we come back there's going to be zombies. There always are. But we got... Let's see, do we need the frying pan? Let's see, pair of pliers, saucepan, screwdriver, spanner. What's the frying pan good? Cooking, quietness, close combat. Not very good at close combat. Cooking is 4 stars, quietness is 5. So this is better at cooking. That's good. Um, really wish we could take another flashlight. Takes the edge off a hard day. This one we don't really need, I don't think. Let's see. That was a half a pound, right? We may not be able to get anything else in here. Everything else is probably a carving knife. No. Crowbar, no. Hammer, butter knife. Nah, doesn't help with cooking. Angle grinder. Ooh, no. Looks like. Oh wait, that was 1 pound. Oh, it is 1 pound. Okay, we can take something of 1 pound. Yeah, we'll take a flashlight at 1 pound. Yeah, there we go. So this is what we're going to take back with us. Not great by any means, but it'll help. These guys over here weren't doing so good because the whole barricade thing wasn't working. So Matthew, what are you good at? Because people are, yeah, these guys are going to start being dicks to each other. So if you notice, tensions are getting kind of high again. Um, he's good at preparing a meal, watching zombies, cleaning up corpses, patrolling outside, creating a distraction, modifying items, and searching location to make traps. Okay, so he's good at making traps. I guess I could actually have him. Frederick's a 3 on that. Let's go ahead and Frederick. Nope, 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 nope. Take Matthew off. Make regular traps? No, they're okay. Let's see. We need to create a meal. Prepare a meal. Matthew is super good at creating meals. Frederick's just going to eyeball for zombies, and that's what we're going to stick with for right now. So now everybody should be back. Matthew and Frederick waited for the right moment and let Reginald, Darren, and Tyler inside. Frederick ate a snack. Frederick reported that the house is surrounded by a small number of zombies. He added that the noise level of the house is low. Hopefully the zombies won't be interested. Matthew prepared 2 small meals. What we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to do a thing where we clean up the zombies outside, I think. So let's go ahead and patrol outside and report back. Darren, actually, let's pull everybody off duty. Matthew's good at it. Frederick's okay at it. Reginald's okay at it. When we want to attack zombies, this is actually not a very smart thing to do, but I want to kind of clear out the zombies. It's very important that we do that. Um, and they'll just take whatever items they want. They'll take a gun or whatever. We will have Darren watch for zombies, and I guess we'll have Tyler won't be able to. Yeah, Tyler's not very good at like really anything, is he? Yeah, he's like super sucky at everything. Poor guy. He's like, well, we'll just let him chill then. We'll let him idle. If he's idle, he'll do his own thing. So let's go ahead and see how that works for us. Tyler and Reginald ate 2 snacks. Zombie numbers have shrunk significantly around the house. Darren reported that there are no zombies outside the house. He adds that the noise level of the house is low. Hopefully zombies won't be interested. Matthew, Reginald, and Frederick attacked a zombie while on patrol. They took care of them using a baseball bat, a crowbar, and a hammer. They struck down 7 of them. So that's probably why it was significantly reduced. If you also notice, now that it's like 8 p.m., the screen has gotten slightly darker. That's because as you play the game and as night comes, the screen edges will actually become darker and it'll be harder for you to even see the screen. Not like horribly, but you'll have a bright spot in the middle like you're looking at it under a light rather than it being daylight outside. Um, but yeah, that's the basics of the game. I could keep going, but of course this would just be a really long bargain bin in that case. And it may seem boring to you guys, especially with me just reading everything, but honestly it can get super exciting. Moving people from place to place, moving stuff from place to place. There are interactions, like if you go to a warehouse, sometimes a lady with a shopping cart will show up and she'll want to trade tools for weapons. She'll give you tons of weapons. Usually she'll give you stuff you don't need, but when you're in a warehouse, you have tons of tools. Why not? People will show up. Like there's an encounter with like a little girl who show up and be like, "I can help you," or "I need help," or something, or "Save me," or whatever. And you can kill her, you can help her, you can send her away. Then maybe her family shows up and says, "What the hell?" There'll be a guy who shows up and be like, "I'm hunting a super zombie," and you'll be like, "Okay, I can help you." And they'll actually tell you if you try to help him now, you will probably die, or if you try to help him now, you can win. I actually had that happen. He showed up and it's like, if you try to help him, you're gonna die. So it's like, nope, go away. And then later the zombie showed up he was hunting for, and it's like, well, with all the guns and crap we have now, we can just kick his ass. And we did. We totally whipped him, and nobody died, and it was totally awesome. We got like a scrap from it too to help us find our way out. And in that same game, I actually found out where the chopper was coming down on the library, so I tried to secure the library, but the library was so full of zombies that basically my guys got surrounded and they got stuck, and only one guy made it out, and I had him create a distraction, and then he was Darren actually, he was the guy I had go down and try to breach a house, and he vanished forever. And then I made it back to the warehouse, but the warehouse had been overrun since nobody was around, and so we tried to clear it out, and we ended up dying. So it's really awesome. I personally think it's very managerial. It's very sim-like. I'm not huge on these games, so when I say it's awesome, I mean it. You can find it at Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you where you guys can find it. You can find it at goodoldgames.com. That's where I found it. It was on sale. Unfortunately, it's not on sale anymore. It was on sale. It's about $10, which isn't bad really for the amount of replay and modification value you can get. Um, there's also you can also get it from the main site, which is zafehousediaries.com. I believe it'll be in the description for you guys. Additionally, when I was talking about modding stuff and diaries, when you complete a diary, let's go back to our diary. When you complete a diary, you can upload your diary to their website. Now, you can also modify the diary, but not extensively. So you can't like take all this stuff and be like, Jim and Bob went into the back room and did horrible things to each other with a rabbit. No, you can't do that, and that's actually good that they don't let people do that. But you can have a lot of fun with it. The editing, really, what you can do is you can say, well, Darren ate a snack. Okay, well that's dull, so you can delete it. You can delete Darren ate a snack. You can delete anything under an hour, like anything that's listed under an hour. You can delete all of it, but the hour will remain. So it'll be like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock will have something in it. Not great, but it'll get you can get rid of all this boring crap for people if you want to. Later on, they're going to add more modifications where you can find and replace. So you can say, well, if Frederick ate a snack, you can find and replace that with probably a pre-selected statement, so that once again you can't fully edit it yourself. And then once you're done, you can upload the diary. And what's really great is the diaries actually look like this. So they have all the pictures and they have all the notes and they have all the faces and all the people. You can't access this and you don't get a real-time report of all the things that happen, so it doesn't show you the map and be like, oh, here's where the icons were at this time and here's where the icons were at this time. It doesn't do that, but you can actually get a pretty good read on the diary itself, and the diary is really interesting. It's like, oh, I found a dead guy's diary and this is what was in it, this is what happened, and that was really cool. And then of course at the end it'll give you all their stats. It'll say how many zombies there were, and there's a finite amount, usually around 500 zombies, which, believe it or not, is a lot more than not when you think about it. It gives you the amount of zombies, how many they killed, how many arguments there were, how many people, like how many good interactions, how many bad interactions. Lots of different stats. You can delete the stats too out of your diary if you don't care about that, and whatever as well. And it also saves your bookmarks. So if you see a particular page, you're like, this page is hilarious or this page is horrible, you can click up here and it'll save your page, just like that. Boom, done. So whenever I go to a page, I'll go like this way, and I can go up here and be like, page 9 and 10. Boom. So it saves your spot. Um, Once again, like I said, Zafehouse Diaries, fun game. I personally think it's great. It's a zombie game that's not a zombie game. There's barely any zombies in it. I mean, the worst thing you get is there were zombies outside, you killed them. It's mostly about the people. So if you're tired of zombie games, if you're tired of killing zombies, if you're just tired of the Zeds and the whole like whatever, go ahead and give Zafehouse Diaries a try, because it's really interesting. The people interactions are really interesting. You can do things like start spreading a rumor. You can spread one rumor a day and one rumor per person. So if I can spread a rumor about somebody, I can say activism and then charity, celebrity connection. What you do is you want to tailor your rumor to the person who basically they hate the most. Or if you can get a group of people, like if all these people hate this guy because they think he's a douche, you can be like, well, he was charitable to poor children in the slums. And they're like, oh my God, really? I love you, man. I actually did that once. I once said two people were cousins and they loved each other so much after that that they actually made the whole group happy. I was never worried about happiness again. I don't know if I found a bug or what, but they're all like totally happy that these two dudes were distant cousins. Then they all got eaten by zombies, so who cares? Anyway, so once again, Zafehouse Diaries, $10 at zafehousediaries.com. Don't quote me on that. Check the description. Or Good Old Games, GOG.com. Fun game. Check it out. There's a demo as well. Always a demo. If you're worried about the game being full price, don't pirate it. Go download the demo. They give you one at zafehousediaries.com. There is a demo. Try out the demo. And once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4 kilobytes short, on this bargain bin of Zafehouse Diaries. And I will see you next video.